I watched a lot of Fairly Odd Parents growing up, but my memories of the show are not that strong. I can't recall that many specific episodes. So, in my efforts to watch the first episodes of every show that I grew up with, I was really looking forward to watching The Big Problem. It's the first segment of the first episode of the first season, and it's about 10 or 12 minutes. And honestly, I think this one hits differently as an adult. I don't remember how I felt with it as a child, but I feel like watching it as an adult is a very different experience. So I won't give any spoilers in this discussion. I won't say what happens, but what I will say is that I had no idea how they were going to get out of this situation. I was very keen to find out, and I think everything worked really well. Timmy is really fed up of being tiny, and we get a couple of examples of how this is really a disadvantage for him, and he wishes he was bigger. So he decides, while Vicky is babysitting him, he decides to use his fairy godparents to wish that he was an adult. And I was going to include it in the thumbnail, but I won't. I'll keep it as a surprise because I wondered what he'd look like as an adult, and it's very interesting. It's not what I actually think he would look like as an adult, but it's definitely very, very, very well done. And he decides to do all of the things he's not allowed to do as a child. And again, I won't say what those are, I won't spoil it, but we have some different activities, and he learns pretty quickly. Well, he learns two things. The first is that being an adult is not a walk in the park. There are a lot of responsibilities and people treat you differently, and I think watching it as an adult, it really hit hard. It really did, and I found it to be very, very relatable and very amusing. And the other part is that he has to realise that there are benefits to being a young child. So not only should he not want to grow up quickly because being an adult is not necessarily the dream existence that he thinks it is, but also there are things about being a child that he would miss as well. And I think these are really important messages for young viewers watching this who might be in a hurry to grow up. I think myself, like a lot of people, couldn't wait to become an adult and have all of these opportunities and freedoms. And yes, they're fantastic, but they also come with a price, and that is a price of responsibility. And I think the episode does a really great job of highlighting all of this, and we get a strong introduction to all of the characters. We did have the shorts before this, but if this is the first time you've ever seen the characters, I think we get a really strong sense of Timmy's parents and Vicky, and of course his fairy godparents. The narrative is really interesting. As I said, I was keen to find out how they would resolve various problems, and I didn't really have any ideas for how that would happen. I was keen to find out, and I was personally pleased with the way everything went, so no complaints at all. I did wonder if when watching this it would bring back specific memories. It didn't. Maybe I haven't seen this episode before, or maybe I just don't remember it. But either way, that doesn't bother me too much. It still felt nostalgic because of the animation and the characters and the voice acting. For reference, the voice cast includes Tara Strong as Timmy Turner. We also have Daran Norris and Susanne Blakeslee as Cosmo and Wanda, and Griffin voices Vicky. So, strong voice cast. Lovely animation. The animation style is so pleasing. And on the one hand, it's quite a soft and gentle animation style, but there are parts of it that are quite strong and striking and not necessarily in your face, but a lot bolder than other parts. And I like it. It works very well. Fun story. Definitely hits differently as an adult, I imagine. And either way, whether or not I remembered any of it doesn't matter at all because I enjoyed watching it now. The Big Problem is a very strong start to the Fairly Odd Parents.